41, I was in the Royal Air Force. You know, I wanted to be, oh yeah, I mean I wanted to be air crew, but the thing is, you see, if you've got a plane, then you might want 7 men to operate that crane, but you want 15 men to keep it flying. So when you went in, like, well, you know, coming in for air crew, most likely be a wireless operator or air gunner, and the thing is, and this is exactly what happened. Big room, big hall, yeah, 4 to 5 times bigger than this. Perhaps 1,000 men in it, and an aisle up the middle. Okay. And the officer comes in and he says, right, all you on that side of the aisle, engines, all you airframes. You went off and you was trained to be for airframes, or you was trained to be fitters, just like, you know, just like that. I was stationed at in Warwickshire. It was an air training place, and I was no leave, just shipped straight out onto a boat and gone, and sailed out to Far East. Wow. So in 4 days, my family, nobody knew where I was, went up to Liverpool, and we sailed out of Liverpool, and the Mediterranean was closed.
It was closed?
Mediterranean, the only ships in the Mediterranean was out, Navy, too dangerous. So it was a trip then, because you didn't know where he was going. So we sailed out of Liverpool, convoy, about 20, 25 ships, didn't get far, we had engine trouble, broke down. So we had to go back into the Clyde, in Scotland, hold up there for a week, couldn't get off the ship, whilst they done repairs. Then we went out, and the Orangi, that's the name of the ship, the Orangi. And we had an escort of was it Newcastle? I think it was a Newcastle, I'm not too sure, but anyway. And we had 2 Yankee 3-funnel destroyers with us. It was Lee Slim, British Navy. But then we had to go, instead of going out into the Atlantic, and we went straight to Africa. Went to Casablanca, Dakar, Freetown, Durban.
How long were you in the Far East for?
Well, what was it? It was a week there, and then we sailed on from there to Mombasa, then Ceylon, Colombo, Bombay, right across India to Bengal.
Been all around the world then?
Yeah, oh yeah. Especially on the way back as well. You know,
what did you do in all of these places? Like, what did you do when you got to all of these places?
Oh no, the ship pulled in, restocked, and then off again. Take on water, because you got 1,000 odd men on board a ship. You've got to keep them supplied, so that was it. Shocking in, as to get, because the Mediterranean was closed. So anyway, that was it. It was in Bengal. We formed a squadron, 357 squadron, and we used to do long distance flights down into Burma now, and we was dropping people behind the lines. We were special duty squadron, dropping people down in anywhere in that area, Southeast Asia, you know, dropping all down there, supplying the wingates, Chindits, you know, who were operating behind the Jap lines. We operating them, and one little story is, it just shows you how things happen, is that the plane was due to fly to Kunming in China, which from our place where we were, was a place called Digley, was known as flying over the hump, which is mountain range. So you had to fly over that to Kunming. And it was organised, I was going to go, just say for argument's sake, Thursday, you're going to go down to Kunming. Because you went with the crew then, because you had to maintain the aircraft when you were there. But anyway, just prior to that, the chiefy came up and said, told me, he said, I want you to go to Soboni, which is another airfield, sort some equipment out and get it back, you know, to the squadron. I said, well, I'm flying down to come in, say Thursday. Right, well, that's your job, you've got to do that, then come back, and then you'll fly to come in.
Yeah.
But I went down there when I came back, and on a 4-engine bomber, you have a fit on one side, a fit on the other. And it was me one side, and the airman was Tappy Owen. Welshman, of course. Very nice looking chap, very nice. Anyway, I came back, and of course the plane had gone. It's gone on the flight, but I didn't go, because I didn't get back in time, so my mate went. Anyway, and they hit the mountain. So the whole lot of them were killed on the side of the mountain. So
was that just
and they're all buried.
Was it just an accident?
Well, you know what the climate conditions were, or whatever. You might have got lost. You might have got a bit off course. You know.
That was
but
a lucky escape. That was a lucky escape.
For me, that's what I'm saying. Oh yeah.
Gosh.
That's what I'm saying. If he hadn't called me to go to the other place. Gal wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't be here. So, you know, fortunately, anyway, but I was out there nearly not far off for 4 years, you know, 4 years. And all you're doing is everyday aircraft, you know, working on aircraft and all this business.
But you enjoyed it?
Oh yeah, you get bored of tears really at times. You know. And you want action, they wanted volunteers for the Chindits. I volunteered for the Chindits. We'll go. I volunteered to go on operations, to go out on operations. No. Because you're more important keeping them up.
Right, yeah.
See what I mean? So they wouldn't, no.